Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, you know what? I think I can do a way better sales pitch than Jamie Boy over here. That's your new name. Your new name is now Jamie Boy.
All right.
Good shit.
Good job trying to show that shit already.
James, look, listen here. You've been a little empty recently.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So, what if I could fill your life with unicorn? Fucking.
Oh god, dude.
What if I could feel your heart?
Wait.
So, I didn't know I didn't have my headphones on, so I couldn't fucking hear the fact that YouTube was going in the background. I was looking at my channel, my YouTube channel, to see about like the streaming settings, which it has been a long time since I've actually gone through and looked through YouTube settings. So, my featured video on YouTube from years ago started playing, and I was not aware of it. So I am sorry for anyone watching like the recap or whatever, that it started with sudden and probably loud noises. Anyway, welcome back, Twitch viewers, anyway, to Final Fantasy XIV. Those watching on YouTube later on and or actively, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Many of you guys know Final Fantasy is probably one of my favorite games, so it's not surprising that when I moved to Twitch, Final Fantasy followed me there. And we've just recently started the Dawn Trial expansion pack that released just like a week ago. So for YouTube viewers, actively the last stream on that should be on my Twitch channel, which I believe is in the description for my YouTube channel. So you can go find it there if I haven't already moved it over to be a video on YouTube. I am probably eventually, like, once I really get back into the swing of things of content creating on Twitch and stuff like that, will actually get back into making YouTube videos. And I've attempted a couple of times. I have edited videos that I just either gave up halfway through or finished and never uploaded because I didn't do anything after that one video, and I didn't want to just randomly upload a video and then nothing for a long while after that. Not only that, I need to upgrade a couple of things. I need to get a new audio interface. I might go with a Go XLR because this Rode that I have right here, I have found out really good for me to be able to run a dual PC setup and still be able to hear shit. Not so good at being like a main audio interface. So eventually I will probably be getting a Go XLR because that audio box is beginning to go out on me to the point where I'll be randomly streaming, and if I'm not paying close enough attention, I might have a long period of time of no microphone until I notice that I'm speaking and nothing's moving on my sounds. But anyway, welcome back to Final Fantasy. I'm gonna do a couple of things before going back into and doing everything else with the expansion. Sorry, I just got home from work like maybe 20 minutes ago. It was a long day for me, and so my brain's a little fuzzled. It's completely done with thinking. It's done being professional, so it's starting to shut down on me. So before we fuck it, why not? I'll go ahead and turn that in. Cool. Alright, manganese, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's an eel piss. Oh, yeah, that's an eel piss the Alien Onion. I don't know where that is. Alright, so for those watching later on YouTube who don't know what Final Fantasy XIV is, Final Fantasy XIV is one of the 2 MMOs under the Final Fantasy franchise. The other one being Final Fantasy XI. It had a bad start, then it had a rebirth, which is funny because it was called Realm Reborn. And then after that, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are now on the 5th expansion for the game. The first one being Stormblood. No. The first one being Heavensward. The second one being Stormblood. Why do I feel like that's still not right? Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and now we are on Dawn Trial. So you may end up getting a little bit confused as to what some of the stuff I am doing is. Oh, thank God they have the reduced rates up. But as any good MMO has, you have a variety of different classes, and I think Final Fantasy 14, classes / jobs. So you have your main stuff, your tanks, your melee DPS, your ranged DPS, your magical DPS, magical ranged. Is there? They should come out with a magical melee. I don't know how they do it, but they could. Considering something stupid as Pictomancer, I'm pretty sure they could do that. And healers and stuff like that. And then you have your crafters and gatherers, or disciple of hand and disciple of land. Now, I'm still pretty fresh into the new expansion, and while I'm trying not to do too much, I am working towards getting just a little bit of an edge on my previous experiences with the other expansions, where I was behind and I was focusing on one thing and one thing only, and that was the main story quest line. So yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit ahead in some of the other aspects. 4, 8, 12, 16. I'll take that. Hang on. It doesn't sell for quite as much. I don't know why I grabbed that. This isn't Dawn Trial stuff. I don't know why I even thought to grab that map. I mean, hell, it could still sell. I had another one I put up on the board. 18, 20. Yep. Alright, I need to go here. Bum, bum, oh. Bum, bum. Alright, and I think I only need to grab 18 of these. I can discard of that. Then there's one more crafter-gatherer thing I want to do, and then I need to go to my... Oh, wrong class. I need to go to my FC building to take care of one thing real quick. Four, 8, 12, 16. So I am up to 18 of these. Alright, cool. Let me head back to Gordania first. One thing. Wow, why didn't I fucking think of this? There's an insect crawling on my window, and at first I thought it was a spider, but it only has 6 legs. And if I remembered anything from, what was it, like basic preschool or kindergarten knowledge, is that insects have 6 legs. Arachnids have 8. Alright, let's... This should give my... This should level up both of them. Yep. I completely forgot, like, the whole reason I wanted to get ahead on my crafters and gatherers is because for exactly this map is, they sell for a shit ton of money, especially in early days. I don't know. Let me look something up real quick. Google FF14 non-trial treasure maps. Okay, yes, there is. Okay, they are found at level 100 gathering nodes. So I need to level up my my miner and my botanist separately. Like, I'll probably do that outside of not outside. What the hell am I thinking? Off camera. Cause like that's like I have the name of them. I can go in here and look for them real quick. But not only do the maps sell for like a shit ton amount, but like actually going through with these maps gives you like really good drops that sell for an even more insane amount of money. I had, oh god, I can't remember what specific. I think it was a feather of some sort. Or maybe a leather material that sold for like millions of gil. And there for a while I was sitting pretty. And you want to know where all that money went? I may have been stupid for this, but like I got burnt out on Final Fantasy 14 like a year ago. And I joined back. And I was like, I gotta get these guys up to max level. I have to. Because it eats at me. It's one of those completionist things. I was like, I gotta do this. So while, like, the carpenter, blacksmith, armorer, and goldsmith were pretty easy, and I think I did actually end up buying some things for these guys anyway. Probably more along the lines of gear for that. But these guys were also pretty expensive. And I think I also ended up buying some things for these guys because you definitely want to have a good gear on these in order to get more and better materials for these. So But the thing is, you start to get in like these 4, and it requires more non other job classes, like your main combat job classes to gather, and that takes a lot more time. Like, I'd have burnt myself out again had I even attempted. So I ended up just buying those materials off the market. But let me see here. I know what the name of them are. So yeah, this is one of the new ones right here. That's actually not selling for about as much as I thought, but the other one was this one. See, like, those are selling for a pretty good amount. I mean, not nearly as much as like the others were, but the materials that you can get in there are insane. Let me see if I can find an example of I don't want to know how to get them. It would be rewards. Alright, so like for instance, oh, I thought I saw right here. And okay, no, I'm not seeing anything there. One of these said, gave me one of the pieces of information I needed. Yeah, I recommended to have a party. I'm well aware of that. Okay, okay, so these ones right here are the ones that open up a portal and take you into a, almost like a little mini dungeon, and the rewards are even greater through there. But yeah, like the drops you can get from them are like so good. I don't know if I have access to. Let me just check right here. Yeah, like some of these things that go with like master craft stuff definitely do. Oh, I don't have a thing for that. Oh yeah, that definitely wouldn't, because I don't have it up high enough. Like I think. I know I had some pieces of wood for sale, but regardless. Oh, here it is, stuff like this. Like I actually think it was this exact leather, and yeah, I think it was this exact leather that had me like rolling in gil. Anyway, I can't be 100% sure, but quality requirements. Okay, don't care. But anyway, you get my point. I got rich off of these things, so I'm looking a little forward to getting my hands on those. From my inventory. This probably isn't going to sell for a lot. Even then, I like to undermark. I mean, that's just basic stuff. You know what I mean. I made a gill apparently. I didn't think I had you selling anything anyway. You probably have a good amount of gill though. 5k is 5k. Wrong one. Hey, 420. Alright, now I need to go to Damoon. Ba-ba-ba-dum. I'm a little curious because I haven't really done. Okay, it's looking pretty alright. Yeah, it's looking fine. I haven't really done multi-streaming before. So I was taking a look to see how much, I was checking to see how much it was affecting my bit rate and how much that was affecting stream quality. YouTube seems to look alright. Twitch seems to be looking alright too. Okay, apparently my connection's a little bit unstable, but hey. Might be some buffering. If things go my way, I will probably be moving by the end of by roughly around this time next year to another state. And we'll hopefully get better internet over there. But we'll see. In fact, the internet I have here is pretty good. It's just that I know how this is about to sound, but trust me, it's not like a humble brag or anything like that. In the sense that my house is too big for my internet connection. Now, like I said, I know how that sounds, but in my house, I am in the back of it to the far right corner, upstairs. My router is downstairs at the far left side of the house. So, add that to the fact that this, my gaming rig does not do wireless, and I have like an Xfinity X Pod underneath my stuff connecting to it. My connection's pretty good. I used to, when I first moved here, I was not able to stream because the wireless connection didn't reach up here too well. but I'd much rather have it plugged up to my actual router than anything. But yeah, with any luck, I will have a new place to live, in a new city, a new state, and better internet connection. Hopefully fiber. That would be ideal. Fucking fiber would be great. And making more money with my job. So that's the hope anyway. I have no guarantees that is going to happen. But one way, or well, at least sticking with my job. But one way or another, I'm leaving this state in about a year, roughly. Oh shit! I haven't even actually like sat down and talked to like my friends about this yet. To be fair, I did make the decision fairly recently, and then I went on vacation for 2 weeks. So, yeah, making some big life choices. And I am so ready for them. Damn it. While I'm at it, I do need to buy some more of these. Okay, well, these are basic. I don't need to do popular kitchens tools. Oh, goods. Sorry, goods. There it is. No immediate need to make them high quality. I'm tired of listening to this music. You know, one thing I haven't tested, and I found that I don't really have the patience for. I heard this a while ago, but like apparently, if you do all the side quests in an area, your mount speed is faster. And I don't know if that's changed per expansion or what, but I don't have the patience to do all of the side quests. I mean, I do, but I don't feel like doing it, if you understand my meaning by it, because it's going to be one of those things where it's just going to take so long when there are like more fun things to do. Although some of those quests do open up other fun things to do, and that was a driving point. I think at the end, I started some of them at the end of the Shadowbringers expansion. Let's see, Loporrit's gathering tool. Of course you would go high quality right at that moment. level up my alchemist up to 85. One of the things that I had wanted to do before the Dawn Trial drop was get all of my crafters and gatherers up to level 90. I almost did it with all of my, well, all of them really. Fisher, I severely neglected from the get-go, so I didn't, I was way behind on that already, but Alchemist was like nearly there, and I had to go on vacation, so I was, and I said, oh, I had to go on a 2-week vacation with like disappointment, but I had to go on vacation, so I couldn't finish up my Alchemist stuff. Not only that, I find Alchemist to be the more I find it to be the more previous work needed crafters. It needs to be previously made alchemy stuff or previously made other stuff, and a lot of fishing components, which was another thing because I neglected my Fisher stuff for so long. I didn't have the equipment needed to do the other stuff, so or I didn't have the items necessary to do alchemist stuff, so it got slightly complicated. And that's actually where I think most of my money went, was trying to get alchemist stuff. Alchemist stuff is expensive. Like I said, because it takes a lot of already pre-made stuff, so that sells for higher amounts and so on and so on. Especially if I wanted high quality stuff, which gets you more XP and so on and so forth. But hey, what can you do? Alright, and the other thing I wanted to do is to go here. Alright, first things first. Oh, well. Oh, I don't know why I didn't see that at first. Like, it doesn't look bad. I just don't like how open it is. I think I want to change the color of that. If it weren't for the fact I think I just sold all of my blue dye, I would. Alright. Critical and direct look like they need the most. Direct needs it more. Alright. No, for the most part, even-ish. Not only did I spend a lot of money on crafters and gatherers stuff, but like that stuff, the repairing stuff, especially on your crafters and gatherers, because you go through your equipment so much, really became a pain in the ass. I really don't think this is being sold for anything. A surprising amount, actually. I'm gonna go under and say about 5K. That's what I thought. Oh boy. She brought me something. There's some, yeah, my mind. There was a necklace in here that is no longer being used. It's this one. And a ring, I think. going through here and making sure I don't have anything equipped that has materia on it. I think I got everything. I know I've gone through here and done all this already previously, but there's no telling what I could have missed. And I can get rid of most of the... Why do I still have some of these? Alrighty. Look through here. Okay. I think I've done all that I need to do, so we can go straight into doing MSQ stuff. May not be a lot, but it's something. See, like, some of these sell for pretty good. Oh no, I do still have some of these. Oh, not the Dragoon Blue. That's too blue. Okay. All right, that takes care of everything. Alrighty. Now I apparently have a choice to make. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. There we go. I have a choice to make. I can either go with the Pelu Pelu or the Hanu Hanu. Yo, what's up, Turtle? The Pelu Pelu I know are going to be one of the society tribes I end up working with in the next patch, or I can go with the Hanu. I think I'd rather go with the Pelu. The quest to Kazamauka will become available once you have completed this quest series, beginning with the approachable Pelu. Yep, let's go. What does he like to know? Our main concern is concerning the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Ukwapaka, oh my god, I remember. I fucked these names up so much. Or Kwapaka, I hope. We depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Orapoka. Orquapoka. Or Pacha, but I highly doubt it. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you will be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. Alright, well, I guess that was easy. We'll be back to talk with you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at not even attempting. It's all been arranged. Alright, later, dude. I can't wait until I'm able to fly around here. But I will have to say, they did a pretty good job with this place. Like I said in my previous stream, this place almost seems bigger than Razatan. And that was a pretty big place. Oh, don't tell me we're going to be taking alpacas. We're going to be taking alpacas, aren't we? May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Fuck you. These animals can traverse Orquapoka steep mountain trails as if they were mere gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much of the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to the to Yogg-Toral. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities and there is not and where it is not needed anyway? Like I said, after work my brain just shuts down. But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. Ah, I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. Yeah, we are. So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good. I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then. Thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Orquapoca, then that's what we will do. How did I gain experience points? I didn't do shit. This wasn't the completion of the mission. Oh, for finding new terrain.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha,
God
the
damn it!
100 peaks
Pacha.
of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's
At least I
serene
got
majesty.
that name correct.
Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Orquapocha. I had it half correct, and I was like, oh no, I doubt it's Pacha.
So this is Orkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
Oh shit, I have the auto subtitles turned off.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence.
Hell, I can't
It puts me in mind of Som Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watrunpelo.
Truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Maybe they'll be the crafters.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end.
There you go.
But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Hey.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyola. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Oh no, they definitely will. If they have tacos, she's a goner.
Watchun Pelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there!
Why was there no subtitle for that? I can kill alpacas? I'm gonna do it. Oh, I forgot I'm 5 levels above where I should be. But at least I now have a place where I can gather shit. I think when I end the stream, I'll end up going around here with my miner and my botanist and just going ham on everything. This is Wacampello. Wacampello. I think I said that right. Home of the Pelu Pelu. At least I know I said that right. Wak Lamont should have arrived before us. That's not good. You've come all this way for the right of succession? Oh, so that means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. But please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then that ideal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler, of course. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adorning people, yes? Finery for our finest lady. That's right. Come on, Third Promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady? I like the sound of that. Alright. I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt, and bonk. What did we just talk about? Arenville, when did you... Shatona from far-off Zaktaral. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survive them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. This guy's relentless. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the Third Promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. Though they won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wak Lamont fall prey to their affable approach time and time again. Your only resource is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Arenville's words of caution to heart. It just pans back and they're all looking at stuff on shelves. Okay, so before I actually... Oh, I forgot. I have to unlock portions of the map. Alright, so normally places like these have... hey, sorry for bothering you. I wish my mods were here. Alright. Did I already turn to this? I did. Alright, so I'm going to take the time to quickly actually go around. And try to gather some of the things. What mount do I want to take? And if I can, I actually want to see if I can find any of the aether currents. The fuck are you? Can I get up there? Probably not without flying. I'm not seeing any close by aether currents. So we go this way. Oh shit. You know, you're almost adorable. Brother, could you not give me a moment? Oh god, and I've attracted another. Are there aether currents? I'm surprised I haven't come across at least one. Each zone released from Heaven's Ward to prior to the current expansion Dawn patch has okay, Dawn Trial does have aether currents. There's Eelpis. Yep. Yep. Oh, yep. There's a part I won't be able to get to, but apparently, from what I'm looking over here, there should be. I see. I just didn't go up high enough. But I don't really see. Range 2 special. Flying around and shit. Alright, I just want to make it clear, by the way, I'm not looking with the intent to cheating. I was just looking to see if there was one. And there is, but I'm not seeing a way to get up there aside from right here, maybe? I'm not seeing a path. Let me go back over here. I just happened to see them while I was here. Oh, I forgot. I have to... Shit. I have to actually do quests for these, like side quests. So, that is unfortunate. I also wanted to gather some intel on the map, though. So, I mean, I can still do that at least. And I think to make my life a little easier, I'm going to walk around in one of these because it gives me the... Yeah, any animal, like, or any mob, like, over level 95 should be the only ones to actually aggro on me. Okay, and I know there's like a whole southern whole southern section over there I won't be able to go through. I'm assuming this is going to be the location for the Pelu Pelu. I mean, just by taking a look here. Yeah, I have a feeling this could be the location of the Pelu Pelu society quests when they come out. I don't know when, what patch or when that well, apparently There's a couple here that I can do. Oh, I think I can get the Aether Currents. I just can't utilize them. But even then, I still don't see an easy path up to there. Oh, sorry, up to there. I might be able to do. Okay. Yeah, I wanna get the lay of the land on the map first. Huh. I don't think I've actually seen any of the mobs that looked like they were from Final Fantasy 13. Maybe the Sentinels. But even then, I don't think so. But I think that's the first Final Fantasy 13 mob I've seen. And you know what's even stranger? Unless I'm mistaken, I haven't come across, I haven't really been paying attention to this map, but I haven't come across to any gatherer nodes. At least I don't think so. Ooh, little weird looking cactars. Nodo cactar. Or could this end up being the location?
Deducing the Dunservant Selector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erenville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks. I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with their catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Orclamart? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
This is exactly what I meant by my audio box needing to be redone. Anyway, as I was in the middle of saying while I was narrating, was I was actually kind of looking forward to doing some of the ranch hand work. I thought that would have been pretty cool. So I really wanted to do that. That's upsetting. But hey. Forward to doing. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that my mic was working fine. You see markets and bazaars? Did I say brazzers? The world over. And surely have a sage advice to share. The fuck I do? I undersell my shit. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in any way, you have nothing to bargain with. As if I do such a thing. But I'll leave the wool with Rudius anyway. The better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havali, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Hey, someone stole my bike! I have a feeling this machinist is on the same exact quest line I'm on. Never mind, I have no idea where the fuck he's going. But then again, I'm going through these cutscenes slower. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? How much will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. That's a small... What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say Third Promise? Then my offer's changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? This stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why would you double the price? Because I must support the man of ambition, who will be my busiest prosper. Of course, Zural Jah will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, Third Promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. What an asshole. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for campaigning peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. See, now that guy was smart in his, like, I'm going to support the guy who wants to go to war. So I can actually make money instead of, like, I'm going to sell some, like, Blessed Sun, like, merch. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory. Waklamot. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave a future the second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havali, convinced that the first promises plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I memorized the accounts of what it was like to be... it was like when the Yakoi ruled our village. Yakoi? Yakoi. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant to keep your to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. So, by the way, an article came up for me that there's apparently a quest, a side quest that apparently spoils a twist in the story, like a massive spoiler for the story of Dawn Trial. You apparently, like, it unlocks at like level 95 or something like that, or after a certain point in the MSQ, and it just hints at like a massive spoiler. Luckily, I'm not planning on doing any side quests other than maybe the Aetherite quests or the Aether Current quests, but that's kind of crazy actually. Someone overlooked that. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to make 10,000 pel out? Weren't we expecting to make 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tulioli. Why not just call it Tyrol? Like you did all the time earlier. Why give it such a complicated name? Huh? Tuliola. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for the 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Of course, the Weaver. Bolnak. Was his name, I believe. I was just about to say the same thing. Like, I didn't even read past that. I think it was Bolnak. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. Let's head north. Or, well, actually, this is east. I should probably actually look at the compass. Why am I running into so many machinists? Oh, you're... Anyway. This is the spot. After Bolnock talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably headed to... Ikuvo... That's capital I. Ikavlos? Inn. Most visitors to Wakampelo end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Sounds good to me. Give me like just a couple of minutes. I need to run and go take care of something real quick. I'll be right back. How long have I been quiet? How long have I been quiet? Oh, I've been quiet for so long. I've been quiet for so long.
Why am I running into so many machinists?
Like 25 minutes. Oh, God. I've been quiet for like 25 minutes. Ah, God, I need to get a new audio thing going. Like 25 minutes. Anyway, as I was saying, stealing would also be a pretty smart thing to do. Son of a bitch. Like, that's so unfortunate. I need to get a new audio thing. That's so upsetting. That's 20 minutes worth of commentary just gone. Unable to be recovered. I mean, hold on. I know how much a Go XLR costs. Let me check. I could get the exact one I have right now for about $100. I might even want to look into getting a new cord. Okay, I'm gonna add that to cart and come back to Amazon later. No, I don't need protection plan. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed off. All right. At least it will make things easier until I can get a better audio setup. I'm so mad. Here, we brought our share as well. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that thing now. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now, it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I've offered you a full stack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate. Bought at the shop, one stack of those leaves could cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. So we've got 5,000. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Why? I hate you. I hate you so much. Like so goddamn much. Moblu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon all to become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting the basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? So you intend to give up? I can't. After getting a taste of real trading, I want to be a merchant more than ever. Then you'll have to be honest. See, the only difference... sorry, I'm looking here over the audio thing. The only difference is that it would only... have the one audio input, which, I mean, this one has 2, but I don't really need it. I don't have... Well, I do have 2 microphones, but I don't use one of them. So it shouldn't even matter. How much is the one I currently have? And let me compare with like a Go XLR Mini. Not even the Mini. Let me just look up Go XLR. A regular Go XLR is roughly just under 400. Do I need the 4 channels? No. Go XLR. I could maybe get the Mini. Would I like the bigger one? Yes. I can get rid of 2 things that are kind of cluttering on my desk a bit. Or I could go with the Steam Deck. Stream Deck, not Steam Deck. Does it have line in, line out? Because I think the Go XLR has line in, line out. Sorry, I'm way off track, but like it's bugging me. Let me take a look at some of these. It does not appear to have line in, line out capabilities. Yeah, it all looks to purely be like there. It's USB. So not exactly. I could just go with the Go XLR Mini. That it would probably be the better choice, and it would fix some of my audio issues, or just like in general. So it might be a viable choice. Anyway, then you just have to be honest. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tyrell's peace and become Dawn Servant. And becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobley held the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right, it's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight to the premium Mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Koana and Zarul Jah? I like how they're not even like keeping the fourth guy. I mean, of course I am. I'm Wak Lamont of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Yeah, I like how nobody's even talking about the fourth guy who just won a contest. Mm-hmm. Wackelmont has her eye on a jug of premium mezcal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. Don't want to risk proving Aranville's point. Ready then. Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. There goes a bard. Look at him go. Off to fuck. Alright, I'm really quick, not even really quickly, I'm going to... I'm gonna queue up. I'm getting a new audio interface. I'm actually legitimately starting to get a little pissed off. I'm gonna queue up. So, all right, it hasn't been long. So yeah, just where it cut off on me saying I'm gonna queue up. It's so fucking stupid. I hate this so much. It's so fucking stupid. That's right, me. All right. Keeping an eye on this fucking thing. I can go through streams sometimes without it doing anything. I've had when I was streaming Drug Dealer Simulator, which I do plan on streaming again. That game's still really fun. I'm getting out of the range of the mobs. But when I was streaming that, like I don't think it maybe cut off once. I'm just tired of it. In general, it'll solve all of my problems when it comes to audio stuff. Who the fuck is this? Oh god, I fucked up. I fucked up. I didn't know I was going straight into a pandemonium. It's gotten to the point where I'm actually seriously considering cutting the stream, cause it's pissing me off that much. Cause that's just ridiculous. If it cuts off any time like very soon, I'm probably gonna end up just cutting the stream, because at that point I'm just producing bad content. I mean, I feel bad. I want to stream. I want to be able to do this, but my equipment isn't letting me, and I hate that. So if it does happen, I probably won't be streaming again until the Go XLR gets here. And I have cables and stuff to set it all up, so I should be fine. But that's just a pain in the ass, like, really. But I'll just keep going. Well, we want to speak with a man by the name of Gobly. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to the people here in the distillery, Rudius, perhaps Walk Lamont could do the same in the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. God, I mean, I know I was kind of dialed in for the fight, so I wasn't talking a whole lot anyway. So it's really unfortunate that I'm having to. I was in the middle of the fight, and I was trying to commentate a little bit, actually, and I was so dialed in, and then like halfway through I noticed, fuck, my microphone isn't getting picked up, and that irritated me, because it's like now I'm thinking about that, not the fight. Luckily that wasn't like a hard version of the fight. I remember that being a lot more difficult. There's not much to say, much I can say about Gobly, but I can tell you that Gobly's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agave Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon. Some other, their presence has made it harder. Okay. The same might argue, a boon some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work. When it affects the work as it does. Can't really bring joy to people if you can't keep making them the thing they love. I was about to say, driving up the price, yeah, that's a boon. But anyway. Me, I'm the chief of, I'm a chef from Tuliyola. I often come here to buy Golby's mezcal, the finest in Tyrol, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as we agree to whatever price he quotes me. It would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. So he has them drink so that they're, a little bit more susceptible. Gobly might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Oh, there's apparently another one? Or is this Mablu? Alright, of the ones that I think might be like actually important things, Well, like, they're all pretty important, I'd say, but the one that I think, like, okay. This one, I think, involves a little bit of blackmail. Maybe. This one, I mean, looking good for, like, an important thing is, like, important, but I have a feeling this guy who makes the one thing everybody loves has enough money to buy some nice clothing. This guy, like, it's driving up the prices, but people aren't able to enjoy it. And it's right, it does affect the community as a whole. I really think these two are the more important ones, and I want to say the one that's a little bit more on the side of being helpful would probably be Raplu. So, let's see. You know, sometimes if I pick a wrong decision, the game points me in a better direction. So, let's see. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. Okay. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobli is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wak Lamat. Okay. So we're gonna go up there. You know, I think I've noticed if I just keep commentating, it's like the microphone's gone out in moments of silence. Normally that would probably happen during a cutscene or something, or say for a little bit of time when I'm focused on a fight, which is still very inconvenient. So we'll see. Gobli, you have business with me, sir? Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. Let's see. Now, what is this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now, the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Let's start with, yeah, this taste. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, Ahobigibo Chief, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Oh, you're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hobigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with the added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to call the monsters causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will have a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes, I must admit. I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I wouldn't think your exceptional mezcal I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok's Shunsa. It would be a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? I have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnek, and his works are highly regarded in Tulliola. I knew where that was going too. As a supporter of Waklamont and a keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden I read it and then my brain said nope. That is currently certainly a tempting proposal, and one which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't those monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. It was resigning to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain, all right. You have a deal. Yes, I knew you would come around. Give us a moment, and Rudius and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnak. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wakapello. Wakanpello, yeah, I did say that correctly. Be safe. Yeah! Ooh, I just cracked the hell out of my neck. Alright, let's go take care of some beasties. And we good. And then we get the saddle. And then I guess we just wait while she tries to capture an alpaca, I guess. Since we're not allowed to do anything about it. That should be Agave Jaws just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of pests. Fair enough. Alright, let's go kick some ass. And take some names. Wait a minute. I take back something I said before because the microphone definitely cut out earlier on me. When I was being like, oh well, here, let me queue up for this thing. It stopped up it stopped right in the middle of me saying, "Let me queue up, cut," and then I said, "For this daily." I love but hate technology. Which is a sad thing to say. I wanted to go into computer technology. But, I mean, who in computer technology doesn't also hate computers? I'm not wrong. Compared to the creatures I hunt with Papa, this is no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. A lot left of what's in here. On that sip too. And that really did not last for as long as I thought it was going to. But oh well. Tis will be okay. Mablu. Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. And let's give that to her. Dun, dun. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. She just destroys them because she's actually a follower of Jamal Jaja. I think it was his name. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobbly. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bolnock as agreed. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, Third Promise. But let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You've driven a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand. For now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. All right. Excellent trade. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was stuff was worth 10,000. Anyway, success. You've traded a 5,000 pel sack of top grade mate leaves for a 10,000 pel jug of premium mezcal. All right. Ooh. Raptor blue, ice blue. Which color? If it hold on, I need to check and see if dyes affect the my jacket or not, because I'm thinking that ice blue dye is almost the same color as this, and that might flow pretty well. This just seems to be somewhere in between the shades of this, and I'm not a fan of green. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havel's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. Pew, still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We've brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant, but Zeral'jul, sorry, I was close on the name, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, Third Promise. Great. Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. And so we sat, forever, waiting. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste the smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle is ours. And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. And maybe we will actually get like a voice cutscene. Because that would be great. I'm tired of talking. And I want to test to see if the prolonged silence is what causes the audio box to go out. Because that would suck. I understand why all cutscenes in this game aren't voiced, because there's a lot of cutscenes, so. Please be voiced. This doesn't look to be a voiced one. You've acquired the saddle, then. Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know. This is something I need to learn. They just have a glare off. That's what we're doing right now, isn't it? Great sucking gods, I did it. Oh, look at that adorable little saddle. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Waklamat's touch. This is because of a singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that? Zuralja is back with a golden wild alpaca, having done exactly what he set out to do. The alpaca he's brought, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, but it shuns the company of both men and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with an overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Waklamat. Well, that's a little fucked up, if you ask me. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the honor, the horror, and hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join the founding of Tuliyola all those years ago. I almost fucked up the name again if you didn't notice. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they waged war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much needed lessons in the realities of conquest and the renowned appreciation for peacetime. 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose. The rebellions it spawns, and the ruins it left behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Guloljaja did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliyola, but the star in its entirety. Good luck with that. What? Appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Koona. It's like we're not even family. I still think there's something up with that guy. I'll ponder Zoologia and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the Feet of Gold. I have my saddle. I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Urankanika is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Waklama off on her hunt.
Alrighty, let's just go over here. Oh, we gotta go way the fuck up there, though.
Alright. You know, I think regardless, here in a little bit, I might end the stream anyway. I need real food and a shower before I go to bed. And I'm, for the most part, I'm already feeling exhausted from today. Just in general. Is this where we find like an adamantine alpaca or something like that? That would be hilarious, honestly. I can do this. I know I can. Cheer on Waklamat as she marshals her courage to attempt the harrowing task of capturing a wild alpaca. Ha ha ha! Yeah! Ha ha!
Good luck there, Promise!
Thank God.
Thanks.
Fuck.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Waklamat is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlayan. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding this city of gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I did it.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Perfect timing. I'm so relieved the Third Promise came back to us safely. The alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold. I'm just gonna take the silver pieces. Oh. Wakalamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet, hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic, though? Mate tea! I will run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for your exhausted, for our exhausted Third Promise. Will we though? Here, let me just hop on my magical horse that I can summon out of nowhere, by the way, and just sprint ahead of all of you. Well, not sprint. fuck out of my way. Or maybe it'll be here. Huh. Oh. Come back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Walk Lamont can't be that far behind. Alright. Another voice one, please. Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grass and fruits they ate. What sound they react to. Their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown quite fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it. Although, I couldn't find a shiny one like Zeral Jah did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured. Thanks to your innate physical, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Guloljaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliyola, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yakoi, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts and food and other tributes. Those were wretched days to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came a young Guloljaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yakoi in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Guloljaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Guloljaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and free the Pelu Pelu from the Yakoi's subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, and intent on fostering amity between the clans. So, it was that few words from Guloljaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant, merchants. I'm 25 years old, by the way. I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Gluljacha sought a sure-footed guide for... guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture of golden alpaca. So both my brother and my father caught the rarest creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Spit in her face, 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 spit in her face. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. So this is what they look like. Go on, set it in the tablet. Perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It is because I don't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Waklamont. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I can provide, yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessings to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an excellent peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That is the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokoi. They once ruled over far more than just Ukwapoka and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yoktoral and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokoi have to tell us. They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Oh, Kryl, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. Since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces like that, like it first became fashionable in Yogg-Toroil around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey, yet the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I can try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Jumping feet first into peddler business, eh, Moblu? Right then, let's head back to Tuliyollal and get ready to search for the next elector. Farewell for now. Thanks for your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. Well, you've heard Azrael Jaw's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Waklamot. Everyone she meets will come to love her too. That's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Moblu. You might be right. It feels good to have the feet of gold safely under my belt, even if my victory pales beside Azrael Jaw and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't... Shit, that actually sold. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you'll all be so supportive, but I want to be strong or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Yeah, I'm not going to try that name again. I wonder what that, oh, I've also just unlocked side missions here. Oh, I've clicked out of it. Oh well. That's okay. I was gonna see if one of these was the mission for... oh well, fuck it, I don't really care all that much. I'm probably gonna end the stream once I get back in here anyway. It's getting late. I need food and a shower. And to actually try to get some early sleep, because I keep falling asleep after midnight. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm in the process of ordering my food right now. Because I have people on the way home. Sorry, give me just... I mean, I'm about to end the stream anyway, so... And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onwards to Kazumauka. Which, chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient Hanu, what your patient Hanu friend has to say. Which we will get to looking into next time. Provided my equipment works good, we will continue to do this again tomorrow, but I will be ordering that Go XLR Mini. As something to tide me over. Well, hold on. It was... Let me see. It was like $119 for this. And the Go XLR Mini is actually less. No, slightly more, but probably worth it. Fuck it, I don't care. We'll figure it out. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did and you haven't already, please consider giving me a follow or subscribe on YouTube for those watching there. You know, you get notified every time that I go live, and that's pretty rad, dude. Or for our Twitch viewers, if you're feeling extra generous, you could also consider giving me a sub. Help support me and what I do here. And, yeah, you'd be a cool person. That's what you'd be. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night, and I bid you all adieu.